today's video all around how I cleanse energy and ways in which you can cleanse your energy. I thought this was the perfect time for this video because, as you can probably see in the background, we have made an awful lot of progress with what our new flat home is kind of looking like, and we are like 90% there. There is one more thing that is literally arriving this afternoon that I need to build and then that will pretty much be ready. So I thought now would be the perfect time to show you how I set the energy for my space, how I cleanse the energy of my space. No video is complete without a cat interruption in this household. What you don't know is that she's the second one to walk past there. My first one also walked past. But yes, that is kind of the vibe for this video. So let's jump straight in with one of my favorite ways, and I think one of the most popular ways to cleanse energy, which is using the smoke from burning either a sage bundle or rosemary bundle. And I particularly love doing this for cleansing negative energy in my space. Sage is really fantastic for removing blockages and negative stagnant energy, and I tend to use this around the windows, the doors, and I move in an anti-clockwise motion, setting my intention with this and really allowing everything to release through an open window at the end so that it can get away from my space. Another method of smoke cleansing that I enjoy is the use of Palo Santo. Now, Palo Santo is slightly different from sage or the more herbal smudges because it really attracts and brings in good energy and the intention that you want. So when I use Palo Santo, I quite often use it with affirmations, and I like to use it a lot around myself because I know that when it comes to bringing in positive energy, that's largely within my control. So I will use this around my space, but also a lot with myself in combination with affirmations as well. Another really beautiful way that I like to cleanse the energy in my space, slightly more witchy way, is through using a simmer pot. And with simmer pots, I choose all of the fruits and herbs and spices that I put into them very, very intentionally based on the properties they bring in. So I might choose cinnamon for abundance, and orange for new beginnings, and rosemary for cleansing negative energy, and I will combine lots of different ingredients into a pot. I quite often charge the water within the simmer pot with some Reiki energy before then boiling it away on the stove for the afternoon, and this is honestly, first of all, smells amazing. It's also one of my favorite ways to cleanse the energy in a big space because it fills a space really, really beautifully, and you do feel that fresh energy when you come into it. Another one of my slightly more witchy ways to cleanse energy, especially in a big space, is one that I've been doing for years with the use of moon water. Now, moon water is water that I've charged underneath a full or new moon, and I will put this inside a oil diffuser. I will then choose a essential oil or fragrance oil that aligns with my intention. So my favorite at the moment is this fir balsam oil, because fir is really known for bringing in relaxation, grounding, warmth, and it's also just really beautiful for this Yuletide season. And then I will have that kind of diffusing into my home for the afternoon, the day, and really filling that water with intention and fills the space with it as well. Seen out taking you through a few of them already, but I actually wanted to sit down with you guys and chat all things crystals, because crystals are my favorite way to make my house feel like a home, first of all, but also I thought we could just talk through like where I place crystals in my home and why I use them, how they work, because many of you might not know, I'm actually trained in crystal healing. This is one of the first trainings I did after my yoga teacher training. One of my favorite things. So I'm going to go and grab the majority of my crystals, and I'm going to talk you through some of them and tell you sort of the places that I would put them within my home, and I might share then a few clips as well. So this is my current crystal collection. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a few didn't quite make the move, but they say that crystals stay with you as long as you need them. So this is currently what my collection looks like. I particularly love using crystals because they carry a very consistent vibration. So whilst as humans our vibration changes, crystals are very consistent. And from having that very consistent vibration, they can actually impact our own vibration. So as humans, our vibration is constantly changing due to our emotions, due to the energy we pick up from other people, whereas crystals maintain a very constant vibration and energy, and therefore they can almost like tune our energy back into where it should be. And that's why different stones are actually attuned to different feelings, different emotions, because they carry the vibration of that emotion. So with that being said, that is why I choose to have crystals around my home, because I feel like I can then begin to kind of manipulate the energy within different spaces and make sure I'm feeling my absolute best. And that is something that has always been very, very important to me. I've had crystals in my home basically since I moved out. I also had crystals when I was a kid, so always having crystals. My mum also had crystals in her home. We're very into crystals. So with that being said, let me talk you through some of the crystals I have. I guess some of my favorites and some of the ones I would say are a must-have for, must-have for your home. Now, selenite, literally grabbing more. Selenite is one of the ones I would say is so important to have in your home. The selenite is one of the most cleansing stones you can have. So I really love to use selenite all over my home. This one is a sphere in particular. This one's actually a gift. The reason I love the shape of a sphere is it actually emits a very constant like energy. It's a very, whereas like a cluster like so has slightly like fragmented energy, because if you think of all of the different points it's being shared, like there'll be different points that are basically stronger than others, whereas a sphere has very constant energy. It's very calm energy that it brings out. So I love a sphere, but these are also just like raw selenite, and I really actually love to use these next to my tarot and oracle card decks. I usually place one of these on top of my decks because it just keeps them nice and clean energetically, and it just protects them from any energy that may be collected by them. It's also very cleansing if someone else has touched my decks. So selenite is like a #1 crystal that I kind of have a must-have for. I feel like I could also do with some more selenite in my life at the moment. So yes. Now the next crystal that I'm going to talk about, to be fair, I don't actually have what I would like. So I am going to the seaside this weekend, and I might actually pop into a crystal shop and get myself some black crystals. So this is a smoky quartz. This is okay, but ideally I would want like a tourmaline, an obsidian, yeah, like a deep black earthy crystal. Another one that's kind of okay, I guess, would be any root chakra crystals. They're not perfect, but they kind of do the job. So any like red and orange crystals. I've got carnelian here, which isn't my fave, but it's fine. They're okay, they'll do the job. But as I said, I'll take you along with me because I'm gonna probably go to a crystal shop this weekend and get some tourmaline. The reason I say that having root chakra crystals or earth crystals, especially tourmaline or obsidian, is they actually help to absorb negative energy. So what I do with these is I actually like to put them above the door in my home, so that when anyone comes in, there is this immediate cleansing that takes place. And I find that really, really effective. So whether it's above the door or like on your entrance somewhere, having tourmaline is really fantastic. So that's definitely on my list to go and get this weekend and pop into a crystal shop and find some. So that, with that being said, that's one thing that I definitely need, but some of these will kind of do the job. Other crystals that I really love having within my home are clear quartz. Now, clear quartz clusters are some of my favorite. Obviously they're beautiful, they're very much my aesthetic, but I actually find that I like having clear quartz in either like hallways or family areas. And the reason that I enjoy having clear quartz there is clear quartz is like an energy amplifier. So what I really, really like about this is if I'm creating a calm energy or if I cleanse the energy, this just like amplifies the energy. And if I set the intention for this crystal to be very cleansing and light and uplifting and fresh, I then like to have this in spaces that are really well trodden. So whether it be the hallway, at the moment this is actually living in my hallway, sort of in between all of the rooms, it's like the center of the home, but I also quite like to have it in the family room as well. I do love that, but not in this flat. The energy of this flat's not really responding to that, but that's okay. We love it in the hallway. So clear quartz is honestly just a bit of a vibe. You can also get just like clear quartz tumble stones. I just love how pretty is this. Other big must-haves for me, I don't even have all of my rose quartz here with me, but here are 2 of my rose quartz. I've got like an aura rose quartz and then just a plain tumblestone. Rose quartz is a must-have. I feel like we know this if you kind of know me or you've watched anything or you know my vibe. Rose quartz is actually one of my favorite crystals. Always has been, always will be. Beautiful for self-love, beautiful for harmony, beautiful for compassion. It just creates a really soft, loving, feminine home, which obviously is very much my vibe, so very important to me when I am making the energy within my space. I love putting rose quartz in the bedroom. It's good for love. I also love actually putting rose quartz in the bathroom where I do the majority, or on like my dressing table. That's actually where this one's gonna go, it's on my dressing table. But I love putting it where I'm looking at myself, so that when I'm doing my makeup in the morning or when I'm having a bath or whatever it might be, I'm really soaking up all of the love and softness that comes from this. And I find that these are fantastic for really boosting self-love and compassion towards oneself. So dressing table, in the bathroom. I used to actually keep this in the bathroom before I had a dressing table, but in this flat I have my very first dressing table, which this has been a dream since I was literally a kid to have a dressing table. And I don't know why it's taken me so long, since I obviously moved out and started furnishing my own apartments. I don't know why it's taken me so long to make my own dressing table, but I am honestly thrilled. I will actually probably show you it in this and we can go and place this together, but very excited about that. Other crystals that I love for the home, or for like honestly anything, pyrite. I love pyrite. And the reason that I love, I'm trying to see if you can see it. The reason that I love pyrite is fantastic for abundance. So for someone who works at home like me, I really love to have pyrite kind of close by to wherever I work or on my altar space, because I just find that it's really fantastic for boosting abundance. I also actually keep pyrite in my wallet. Fun fact about me, I have a little bit of pyrite in my wallet so that I'm always abundant. So yes, I find that this is really fantastic for anyone who works from home. If you're wanting to think about the energy in your home and you're wanting to create more abundance, get yourself some pyrite and put it in your work from home space. What I would say to do for those who are working from home with pyrite is I like to combine it with like quite a calming crystal as well. So whether it be amethyst, like any blue, like lapis lazuli or blue agate or something like that, or even just rose quartz or amethyst, I like to pair these two. I like to pair these two together when working from home, because obviously this is fantastic for abundance, but it's got quite a masculine energy as a stone. The next crystal, which is kind of a must-have for me, is amethyst. So this is a spirit amethyst cluster. Love this. I have amethyst everywhere. I have lots of amethyst. I think amethyst is fantastic for intuition as well. That's how I use it. But I actually prefer the more pale variety of amethyst, believe it or not. But the amethyst I really, really love because it creates a very soothing and relaxing environment. Amethyst is fantastic for connecting to your intuition, calming and stilling the energy. So at the moment, this is in my living room. It actually just lives just there on our coffee table. And the reason for this is I want to create this really beautiful, calm and still and quiet energy within the living room. We don't have a TV, we don't have anything stimulating within this space because it really needs to be a space to unwind. So that is why I love amethyst. Amethyst can also be really fantastic on your bedside table for that sort of vibe as well. My favorite one, which actually doesn't appear to have made the move, is blue lace agate for my bedside table, because I find that is really, really fantastic for creating the most soothing environment in a room. It also wards off any bad dreams, which I find I'm quite prone to. So really, really love that. But with that being said, those are the main crystals that are kind of must-haves for me within my home. Other crystals I will just place around the home based on kind of how I'm feeling, what I want to inspire. Yeah, and I'll place them really, really intuitively around my home so that they can help to not just cleanse the energy. Obviously some stones are better at cleansing energy and other stones are just really fantastic for amplifying energy and creating energy. So not only within this are we cleansing, we're also really sort of manipulating the energy to what we want. With that being said, let's place some crystals around this new flower vase. I'm going to be about me that I feel like not a lot of people know, but kind of along the lines of the energy I choose to bring into my home is I have a real soft spot for beautiful antiques and collecting treasures. Now, I have two of them here on my dressing table. You can kind of see it is this really pretty antique brush and mirror set. Hey, that's you guys. But with that being said, I always do make sure when I am bringing antiques into my home to make sure that I cleanse them very, very, very heavily. So whether it be with sage or Palo Santo, or today I think I'm just going to place my selenite just nearby them for the time being to allow that to just cleanse them away. But yeah, just a little fun fact there. And the last way of setting and cleansing the energy in my space is one of the most easiest and accessible. It doesn't cost anything. It's just simply being in your space and feeling intentional about it. So intentionally creating and protecting your energy, creating a sacred space that feels like a natural extension of your highest self energy. So whether that is doing the practices that make you feel good and having spaces to do that, or cleansing your energy often with the intention or with the breath, that is honestly my favorite way. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on our next video here on my channel. Sending you so much love.